Water wet. I mean, why does it feel different to dry?
Well, we're all very grateful that you have finally started to take an interest in the subject.
Oh, what's the answer then? You're all gob and no notion.
The thing about water that puzzles me is, why does it always gallop up your elbow?
You're right, Norm, it does. It gallops right up your elbow.
And you've only got to dip your finger in it, and next minute, trickle, trickle, it's up your sleeve and round your elbow.
It's not an invariable law of nature. I think it's just an occasional accident when water gets to your elbow.
You think so?
Keep still, there might see a fish.
Oh, can't wait.
Yeah, you can watch for hours and never see nought.
Sounds a lot like the Eurovision Song Contest.
Me. Josh. Hey, up. No wonder there's no flaming fish about. There's a fella splashing about with a porthole in his head.
The damn fella got to wet us through. Did you see who it was?
I don't know anybody with a hat like that.
We'll soon find out. He's only got a snorkel. He can't stay under long with just a snorkel.
Come on. Let's look for Bubbles.
Bubbles? That's a hell of a name for a big, fat, angry bloke who says things like, oh, bog me.
I've got him. He's here.
Are you sure?
It's either him or a midget submarine. Hey, up, this is better than fishing.
What's he doing?
He's just lying there on the bottom.
My God, he's dead.
Of course he's not dead. He'll have to come up in a minute. There's something very shifty about his behaviour.
Maybe he's shy.
Why should he be shy?
Well, with a name like Bubbles.
Here he comes. He's coming up. Oh, dude, Froggy.
Why do you bog off, you lot?
It bites.
What is it?
I don't know, but it looks terrible fierce.
You think you found a quiet bit of water miles from anywhere?
I know that voice, not to mention that bad temper.
Hey, it's Sid from the cat.
Don't tell me they've run out of fish.
I'm in trouble now, aren't I? I'm right in it now. You try and pursue some little hobby quietly.
Did Ivy catch thee with that bus conductress again?
No, she didn't. I've not been near any bus conductress.
Oh, I believe you, see. Especially dressed like that.
All right. Have a good laugh. And you round here did think it was hilarious.
That's only because it is hilarious. He's a bit big for a midget submarine.
Poor me.
You've never seen me. If Ivy asks you've never seen me, I'm not here. I'm supposed to be down at the wholesalers, aren't I?
Don't Ivy know the mucks about in this rubber gear, then, Sid?
No, she doesn't know. And that's how I'd like to keep it. That's why I have to hide my gear up here in the barn.
Good God, a bit of snorkeling's not a criminal offence.
Oh, but it somehow sounds as if it ought to be. I mean, what a terrible thing on a man's record. Unlawful snorkelling in a public place.
It's not something you have to hide, is it? Not like an extramarital bus conductress. I can understand you trying to hide your bus conductress.
Hey, that doesn't keep her in here as well, does it, Sid?
No, I don't. And what's all this about my bus conductress? All I ever did was prod her playfully once or twice in the ticket machine.
Ah, and people have had to get married for less.
We're just good friends.
Oh, we believe you, Sid.
Look, there you go again, making a bloke feel guilty. Is it something you picked up from my missus?
You're acting so guilty.
After all, the urge to climb into a rubber suit and hold your head under water is widely recognised as a harmless male pastime.
Wives never understand. They don't understand that masculine urge to test oneself to the limits in some alien environment.
Good God, that reminds me I must go to the post office.
There's the light looking about in water.
I'm going off it rapidly. It's not worth all the trouble. I'd sell the whole damned outfit for £5.
Done. Here, hold this. That'll make pie.
What do you want it for?
He wants to test himself to the limits in some alien environment.
He wants his head checking.
I think what he really wants to do is borrow a £5.
You're right, Norm.
Yeah, well, I can't back out now. Not after spending years trying to encourage him to become more familiar with water. I hate parting with these things. I've never been much for dogs or cats, but little £5 notes are clean around the house. And they really bring a lump to your throat, I always find. Stop waving those damn things about.
Well, I've got to get used to him.
They're not for walking in.
I've got to get the hang on them.
You look ridiculous.
Did you hear what he said, Norm? I look ridiculous.
Well, it's an improvement on Scruffy.
True.
An hour ago, before you became a famous aquanaut, he just thought you looked scruffy.
I'm making a bigger impression all the time.
All the time.
In that regard, you look scruffy and ridiculous.
You see?
I mean, look at him. Looks like a derelict truck. I thought you were going in the water.
Give me time, give me time.
Oh, you've had nearly a lifetime.
I'm going in the water, I'm going in the water.
Not right up to your ankles. Not straight away, right up to your ankles.
I am going in all over.
What, dressed like that?
All this will be coming off when I get my rubber suit on. You are the circle, I am the beat. I'm learning to use my equipment, a piece at a time.
I wish you'd do the same with a knife and fork.
You are my heart. Ho, 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 ho. You are. What's the matter with him? Is the delegate to be to dancing or something? Get up! Get up! Get up!
Do you think he's going to be all right under the water?
On him, I think it'll be an improvement.
But will he be safe?
I have every confidence.
In him?
Good Lord, no. Well, how can anybody have confidence in him? Well, I have confidence in our ability to fish him out if he gets into difficulties. Are you coming?
In a minute. It's not all that easy getting into a wetsuit.
I hope you're not putting it on over your wellies.
It gives you a funny feeling when you realise that a bloke that you went to school with has grown up into somebody taking his clothes off under a bridge.
Yeah, it was weird even at school.
Only from 9 till 4.
When I remember him and Cloggy Hopwood, God, they must have stuffed hundreds of beetles down my trousers.
Mainly one at a time.
Exactly. It was a monotonous regularity. Hey, up, here comes Dewhurst. Bang, what a beetle down your trousers. It was my mother I felt sorry for.
Why?
Well, she used to go around with this tight expression. You know, I know she hated the idea, but she was striving to come to terms with it.
What idea?
Well, me being an only child, she had nothing else to go by. And she was beginning to suspect that it must be normal for a growing lad to go about with beetles in his trousers. She used to brush my hair last thing at night, and I'd be standing there all shining, you know, clean pyjamas. And I remember she used to look at me with this deeply disappointed expression every time she passed me my Horlicks. Nothing in her sheltered upbringing had prepared her for a growing lad with beetles in his trousers.
Yeah, but couldn't you remove them at school? I mean, it wasn't compulsory to bring them home.
No, I see, you couldn't always find the time or the privacy. And it wasn't the sort of operation you could pull off casually in a public place.
Yes, I can see that.
And you remember what school teachers used to be like in the early 30s.
Before education became optional. They nearly all had little moustaches. And I don't just mean the ladies.
You can imagine being caught by one of the old school fishing about down a pair of trousers.
Especially her own trousers.
Exactly. Hey, you tried telling one of them you were merely looking for a beetle.
I'm ready now. Is it all right to show myself?
Well, they've been doing it without anyone's permission for years. Why don't they show them?
Here I come. I think I'll have to have it taken in. I knew it. I knew they'd think it were hilarious.
Well, it is hilarious.
That's no excuse. Oh.
Calm yourself. If you don't, you'll snap your snorkel.
You're like Flipper in this outfit.
The thing is that you're like a fish out of water. Now, no water creature looks at its best when it's flapping about on dry land.
That's true.
But once he sees you cleaving gracefully through the water...
I will, though. I will. I'll cleave gracefully through the water.
That's my boy.
You don't have to do it all at once. Why don't you walk in gradually?
No, I'll go straight in and there.
God, if you can't keep your balance on feet as big as that.
It's a bit high. I think I'll do it from a sitting position.
If you're bent on being really reckless.
Listen, Musclemouth, I'm supposed to be a fish, not a bird. Now, I'm going straight in and under. And don't panic if I don't come straight up.
No, I don't think I shall panic if you don't come straight up.
I'm going to swim underwater and come up about 50 yards downstream.
50?
Well, maybe 45. Well, are you ready?
What do you mean, are we ready? It's you that's going to do it. Come on, get on with it.
I am getting on with it.
Have you any last message?
Tell Nora I was thinking of her. Geronimo!
Has he come up yet?
Has he come up yet?
Good morning, Ivy.
Mind me floor.
You should have changed, you know.
There's no point if I'm going in again.
Oh, George, that's one stroll down the high street I shall long remember.
I'm past caring.
It's amazing how many people you get to know in a small town and how you seem to meet them all whenever you'd rather not.
3 teas, please, Ivy.
I'll be with you in a minute. Oh, you dozy clown! Look what you've done on my floor with your great web feet! Oh, get out!
What?
Get
No,
out!
Ivy, don't!
Get out! Get out! Oh, get out! Get out! Get out!
That's the wettest it's been all day.
As soon as you walk in their place, there's this wooden thing. It's probably her husband. It's all made of special wood. It's a replica of what they used in the old days. Well, what is it? Well, I didn't like to ask. But it's most outstanding.
I tell you now, I bet if anybody, that gentleman friend of our Edna's.
Do you think he would?
Oh, I'd never known him be short of an answer. He's very widely travelled in the paper towel industry. Before that, he was in catering.
There's good money in catering.
Edna says he once had a diploma for his ice cream.
Well, she ought to know.
He once gave me this recipe with yoghurt in it.
Yoghurt?
Yeah. Well, you had to try, don't you? You had to bring it to a certain temperature and then put 2 tablespoons of yoghurt in it.
Then what?
Well, then you had to leave it. He said for 6 hours. But I left it all night.
What happened?
I didn't fancy it.
keep it, do you think?
I must say I like this time of year. The long evenings are very pleasant.
Foggy?
There's nothing quite like the English twilight. Not the same out east, you know. Oh, darkness comes down all of a sudden out there.
Foggy?
Wallop. That's it. Dark. Tropical night drops like a dustbin lid. No, I'm very fond of this time of year in England.
I don't want to worry anybody, Foggy.
You know, it's just about this time of year I get this well-nigh irresistible urge to go out and buy a pair of sturdy boots.
Tell me something.
It's amazing what satisfaction is to be got from the selection and purchase of a pair of sturdy boots.
How long is he supposed to be down there?
I think it's optional.
I don't think it's about time he was coming up.
Then it just gone down.
But that was ages ago.
Was it? Oh, well, maybe he's found something interesting.
I can't see any bubbles.
Oh, well, perhaps he's not very good at bubbling. I mean, he's not exactly expert at water, is he?
I think we should do something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Look, let's compare boots or something. That should take our mind off him.
I meant do something for him.
Oh, for him? Yes, well, I suppose we could, but it feels wrong instinctively to start plucking him out of the water when it's taken me all these years to get him in.
Hello, down there? Hello?
It's no good doing that. I mean, he can't hear you. I mean, all you get is vibrations. So what you've got to do is you put your mouth in the water and shout hello. It's quite simple. There, I see it works.
What the hell are you doing?
Looking for you.
That dorsey wet. I'd come up in them reeds down there.
It's very thoughtless of you to come up safely down there while we're trying to save your life down here.
I don't know why we bother.
I don't know why I bother either. I'm fed up with this skin diving. It's nearly as boring as work.
You can't concentrate for more than 2 minutes, can you?
But I want to do something exciting. Like building a scale model of Nora Batty.
I thought you'd done that.
I couldn't get her legs right.
I can understand that.
But how can you be bored with skin diving already?
I want to do something faster.
Oh, will you listen to this? Captain Midnight strikes again.
I don't want to be dawdling about when I'm trying to enjoy myself. Dawdling's for work, not for enjoying yourself.
All right. How does water skiing grab you?
I'd like to have a bash of water skiing. But I haven't got any skis.
Oh, well, get Wally Batty to make you some.
Just to think he would.
After all you've done for Nora?
That's true, Norm. Fair's fair. But when I get my water skis, who's going to pull me?
Ah, you leave that to me. I'll get you mobile. First thing is to get you your skis.
Norm, can I give you a word of advice? Never tread on a man's slipper.
About so long and this wide.
Yeah, with a waxy, smooth finish. And something he can slip his feet into.
I could maybe do something, oh, how shall I put it?
Pretty basic.
That's it. That's what I've got a real flair for. Pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty basic will be fine.
It is Nora, my little water nymph.
Get away from me!
Oh, Nora, come swim with me, and between us we'll raise a pair of kippers.
Keep your fishy fingers away from my body. Have you gone berserk?
More than berserk. Nora, would you like to have a look at my snorkel? Come here. They're a bit long, Wally.
Complaints. Always complaints. You do a bloke a favour and you get complaints.
Oh, don't upset yourself, Wally. He's not really complaining, are you?
He says I'm not complaining.
Well, try 'em on then, Twinkle Toes. You'll probably like 'em altogether better when you get 'em on.
Right. Get your feet in there.
I'm going to get the better when I get some out.
Get him down.
Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
Oh, just wanted to practice standing up.
You're very good at standing up.
It's not easy.
Right. Well, now, are you ready for stage 2?
My God, has he got to do something else?
I just wanted to practice moving about a bit.
Hey, wow, moving about. Lethal.
They've always been that way.
Very peculiar are these.
They're built solid, them. They'll last you out.
Flaming wavy up.
Can you try turning round?
Not only lethal, but out of control. I bet you soon get the hang of falling down.
I shall. I can feel I shall.
Well, I think he's ready. And here it comes. The towing machine.
Have you any last message?
Too late. He's already done it.
There's nothing to worry about. All you have to do is rise up on your skis as soon as you feel him start to pull you.
How do I stop?
Oh, don't worry about that. Come on. Let's get you started first.
Listen, Daisy, I'm not going anywhere till I know how to stop.
You just let go of the rope.
Oh, that's dead easy. I can do that with my eyes shut.
I should keep them open.
Maybe you're right, Dom.
Oh, well, it's all systems go then. Start the bait. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Let's go. Hold the thing firmly.
Oh, hello. I just thought of dropping in, you know.
We've catch you this time. You'll be all right this time. See, now that we've tied the rope for the skis, you're bound to stay on.
You tell him to go slow.
He will be going slow.
I could murder some fish and chips.
You usually do.
If ever there's been a neglected subject in poetry, it's vinegar.
The Rag and Bone Men are up to no good again this afternoon here on UK TV drama Next in Steptoe & Son. Later we're off to Maplin's for more holiday camp humour in Heidi High. And then life's getting complicated in Down to Earth.
What makes water wet? I mean, why does it feel different to dry?
Well, we're all very grateful that you have finally started to take an interest in the subject.
Oh, what's the answer then? You're all gob and no notion.
The thing about water that puzzles me is, why does it always gallop up your elbow?
You're right, Norm, it does. It gallops right up your elbow.
You've only got to dip your finger in it, and next minute, trickle, trickle, it's up your sleeve and round your elbow.
It's not an invariable law of nature. I think it's just an occasional accident when water gets to your elbow.
You think so?
Keep still, there might see a fish.
Oh, can't wait.
Here you can watch for hours and never see nought.
Sounds a lot like the Eurovision Song Contest.
Me.
Josh. Hey, up. No wonder there's no flaming fish about. There's a fella splashing about with a porthole in his head.
The damn fella got to wet us through. Did you see who it was?
I don't know anybody with a hat like that.
We'll soon find out. He's only got a snorkel. He can't stay under long with just a snorkel.
Come on. Let's look for Bubbles.
Bubbles? That's a hell of a name for a big, fat, angry bloke who says things like, oh, bog me.
I've got him. He's here.
Are you sure?
It's either him or a midget submarine. Hey, up, this is better than fishing.
What's he doing?
He's just lying there on the bottom.
My God, he's dead.
Of course he's not dead. He'll have to come up in a minute. There's something very shifty about his behaviour.
Maybe he's shy.
Why should he be shy?
Well, with a name like Bubbles.
Here he comes. He's coming up. Oh, dude, Froggy.
Why do you bog off, you lot?
It bites.
What is it?
I don't know, but it looks terrible fierce.
You think you found a quiet bit of water miles from anywhere?
I know that voice, not to mention that bad temper.
Hey, it's Sid from the cat.
Don't tell me they've run out of fish.
I'm in trouble now, aren't I? I'm right in it now. You try and pursue some little hobby quietly.
Did Ivy catch thee with that bus conductress again?
No, she didn't. I've not been near any bus conductress.
Oh, I believe you, see. Especially dressed like that.
All right. Have a good laugh. And you round here did think it was hilarious.
That's only because it is hilarious. He's a bit big for a midget submarine.
Poor me.
You've never seen me. If Ivy asks you've never seen me, I'm not here. I'm supposed to be down at the wholesalers, aren't I?
Don't Ivy know the muck's about in this rubber gear, then, Sid?
No, she doesn't know. And that's how I'd like to keep it. That's why I have to hide my gear up here in the barn.
Good God, a bit of snorkeling's not a criminal offence.
Oh, but it somehow sounds as if it ought to be. I mean, what a terrible thing on a man's record. Unlawful snorkelling in a public place.
It's not something you have to hide, is it? Not like an extramarital bus conductress. I can understand you trying to hide your bus conductress.
Hey, that doesn't keep her in here as well, does it, Sid?
No, I don't. And what's all this about my bus conductress? All I ever did was prod her playfully once or twice in the ticket machine.
Ah, and people have had to get married for less.
We're just good friends.
Oh, we believe you, Sid.
Look, there you go again, making a bloke feel guilty. This is something you picked up from my missus.
You're acting so guilty.
After all, the urge to climb into a rubber suit and hold your head under water is widely recognised as a harmless male pastime.
Wives never understand. They don't understand that masculine urge to test oneself to the limits in some alien environment.
Good God, that reminds me I must go to the post office.
There's the light looking about in water.
I'm going off it rapidly. It's not worth all the trouble. I'd sell the whole damned outfit for £5.
Done. Here, hold this. That'll make pie.
What do you want it for?
He wants to test himself to the limits in some alien environment.
He wants his head chicken.
I think what he really wants to do is borrow a £5.
You're right, Norm.
Yeah, well, I can't back out now. Not after spending years trying to encourage him to become more familiar with water. I hate parting with these things. I've never been much for dogs or cats, but little £5 notes are clean around. And they really bring a lump to your throat, I always find.
Stop waving those damn things about.
Well, I've got to get used to him.
They're not for walking in.
I've got to get the hang on them.
You look ridiculous.
Did you hear what he said, Norm? I look ridiculous.
Well, it's an improvement on Scruffy.
True.
An hour ago, before you became a famous aquanaut, he just thought you looked scruffy.
I'm making a bigger impression all the time.
All the time.
In that regard, you look scruffy and ridiculous.
You see?
I mean, look at him. Looks like a derelict truck. I thought you were going in the water.
Give me time, give me time.
You've had nearly a lifetime.
I'm going in the water, I'm going in the water.
Not right up to your ankles. Not straight away, right up to your ankles.
I am going in all over.
What, dressed like that?
All this will be coming off when I get my rubber suit on. You are the circle, I am the beat. I'm learning to use my equipment, a piece at a time.
I wish you'd do the same with a knife and fork.
You are my heart. Ho, 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 ho. You are. What's the matter with you? Is the delegate to be to dancing or something?